Hey, what's up guys? It's Chris from Daily Tech, and this is my jet black iPhone 7 Plus review, which I'm really excited about because the iPhone is the phone that I use day after day, year after year. And let's get started by talking about that new jet black casing. I really love the way that this looks. It's so cool in person, but I am really disappointed, like really disappointed by how easy it is to scratch. So when I got this phone, I used it for about a week without a case, and I seriously couldn't have treated it any better or nicer than I did, and somehow it still ended up with some pretty significant scratches along the edges. So in all honesty, there's absolutely no way that you're gonna be able to keep this thing in perfect condition without a case. And personally, I went with the $19 Totally Scarf from Amazon, which I got for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's super thin, so it's gonna protect against those scratches without adding any bulk. And number two, it's gonna add some necessary grip because the jet black iPhone is really slippery. Also, without a case, you're gonna see a lot of fingerprints. To say that this is a fingerprint magnet is really a big understatement. Now, except for that casing color, this iPhone is gonna look pretty familiar to anyone who owned the previous model of iPhone, except I really do like how stealthy the antenna lines look on this particular jet black model. You almost can't see them at all. One thing that is pretty noticeable though is that dual camera bump. Now the dual camera system, that was a big draw for me to upgrade, even though I really dislike the wobble that you get when you're typing when this is on a flat surface. And using that 2x optical zoom is both useful and fun, and it really turned out to feel like a much bigger upgrade to me than I originally thought it would. While it's obviously a great feature for shooting photos, I found that I really love using it when shooting videos because it's a great way to make your shots more interesting. I still don't like using the digital zoom ever, but at least that got a lot more usable on the off chance that I'll ever use it this time around. So without a doubt, you can take some absolutely stunning photos on the new iPhone 7 Plus, and actually every time that an iPhone gets a camera upgrade, I'm always blown away by what I can do with it. Now, one thing I'm not gonna be talking about in this video is the new portrait mode, and I'm sure there's tons of other videos that you can check out to see how that works, but it's still in beta right now, and I told myself I would never upgrade to a beta version of iOS again because last time that was a huge disaster and I use this phone every day. Now there's a new home button that actually isn't a button at all. Instead, when you press it, you'll get some haptic feedback, and the effect, in my opinion, is actually really awesome. I love the effect, and I could actually sit there clicking this all day, but there's at least one downside. If you're wearing a glove or a Band-Aid or something like that, you have to have skin contact with the button for it to work. And the fingerprint scanner, that's still really fast. In fact, for a lot of people, it's still gonna be almost too fast. Now, moving on to the benefits of that new A10 Fusion chip, this phone definitely feels a lot speedier than my previous iPhone 6s. There's never any system lag, multitasking is very fluid, and gaming is great. Now, when it comes to battery life, I can get through a typical day of pretty heavy battery usage and finish with about 26% of my power left. That's pretty great for me because coming from the 6S, I started every day in low power mode as soon as I woke up. Now, notoriously, the new iPhones don't have a headphone jack, and honestly, it's not something that I miss at all. I just use wireless headphones for everything, and that works great for me. But the iPhone does have stereo speakers now, kind of, and honestly, that's kind of another non-feature to me. It's not something that's impacted my usage or enjoyment of the phone in any way. And finally, the new iPhones are water resistant, which is great, but it's not earth-shattering or life-changing. At this point, it's just kind of expected. So overall, I'm very happy with this phone. I'm definitely gonna enjoy using it for the next year. It's not revolutionary, that's for sure, but it is solid and reliable, and it's gonna be a workhorse that will help me get everything done that I need to do. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to check out Daily Tech, spelled daily, TEKK.com. Also check me out on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next video. Later.